almost had to be a mushroom in Alice in Wonderland, and then I was part of a caterpillar. The Lord of the Rings, all 3. I would want to be a shapeshifter so that I could step into other people's shoes and see things from their point of view. But I've always wanted to have a lot of different jobs, which is why I became an actor. And so if I was a shapeshifter, then I could be anybody that I wanted to be. Hey, you. Hey, bzz, bzz. Hey, over here. Hey. It's a flea. Mac. Traffic stuff. So I hate when people do not use their signal. I hate it. Even if you use it at the last minute, at least you use it. But if you don't use it, I'm not letting you over. That's how we communicate on the road. Communication is key. I like to drink beer and watch Family Guy by myself. No rent or mortgage. That's awesome. So as a kid, I grew up in the country, and so my favorite thing to play with was like stumps or tree logs, because then I would stack them up and make little forts, and I made a country store and I would sell said tree logs to my mother. She didn't actually buy them, but that was my favorite thing to do as a kid. New Zealand. It's where Lord of the Rings was filmed. Woo! I've never read Harry Potter. Lord of the Rings. If I was in Lord of the Rings, I would be an elf. But I am going to read Harry Potter. I will read it. My favorite play that I ever saw would have to be my first play that I saw on Broadway, not because of the play itself, but the first play that I saw on Broadway was Phantom of the Opera, and it was just so epic and so big and so beautiful, and the chandelier, I was in the 3rd row and it came out over my head, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do something like that. And then Synetic's King Lear, I think, was amazing, and that's why I'm here, so I love that show. If I set a track for myself at the top of the show, at the beginning of the run, during the first runs of tech and dress rehearsal, then I have to do the same thing for every show. Like if I choose to wait backstage in between scenes, then I will wait backstage in between scenes and stay in that same spot throughout the entire show, the run of the show. Dallas. I love Meryl Streep. I think she is so attractive in everything that she stands for, everything that she does. She's very powerful, and she's played a lot of really amazing roles in Hollywood, which is hard to do for a woman. Keep going, it gets better. Home by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. I went to the Governor's School for Science and Technology in high school. I can stand up and roll back and roll over my face. I have a very flexible back. Dallas, my fiance before we were fiancés, he was into juicing a lot, and he decided he wanted to juice, what's that onion? It's like leeks. He juiced the leeks, and I tried it. He juiced it and mixed it with other stuff, and it tasted like liquid dirt, and it was disgusting, and I almost vomited. I have a lot of impressions. They're not actual impressions of anything really, but I've got this one. I don't know who it is, but I like to talk like this. And then I also have an impression of Michael Caine that I'm perfecting. And you just say, you start at the top of the stairs, and then you go down the stairs. And that's Michael Caine. And I sit myself in a nice, comfortable chair, and I'll read the first page of the script, and I'll read the last page. And if the character they want me to do is on both pages, then I do the picture. But then I'm working on an Australian accent. So cool. So cool. So cool. And I'm also working on Herbert from Family Guy. And all these are really bad. And I know they're bad.